About a month and a half ago, I bought this rotary phone, and since then I've made a few minor tweaks, like removing the circuit board and adding a computer inside. So I've had a lot of fun making this. Let me boot this up, it takes a second. But what I've basically done is I've added a Raspberry Pi inside, which is like a mini PC, and I've added a few functions, mainly implementing the speaker and also the dial so I can take input. I never got around to putting in the microphone and also the bell system which is inside, which is too bad because the bell had so many problems. I tried fixing it a bunch of times, but I'm leaving for college in like 3 days, so I don't have the time to fix that right now. Maybe some other day, but it should boot up any second now. Said any second now. There we go. So I have a few main functions here that the phone can perform. Right now it's in the normal volume, so in order to hear it, let me play a random song. The function 5 plays a random song, so if I dial 5 and I pick it up, it's really quiet. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's just a little bit of audio coming out. This is only for if you're gonna listen to it like against your ear. But a more useful function I did was I implemented a speakerphone, which has some actually decent volume. So if I do 2, I enter that command. I can play the previous song as well. So if I do 6, and I pick it up, so it has some good volume, and I think that turned out really well, so I'm really happy with that. Again, unfortunately, the microphone didn't work, and the ringer didn't work, but someday, maybe in college, maybe I'll fix it, I don't know. So as for the songs, I added a few songs that I liked. I might add more later because it's pretty easy. The other good thing about this phone is that it's pretty much like, it has the same functionality as like a PC. I'm able to go on the web with this, I can code on this. It's connected to my monitor, so I can actually practically use this as a computer of its own. And maybe later someday I'll add some more stuff to it, who knows. But the Raspberry Pi adds a lot of versatility. I can actually also use Bluetooth, but I'm not going to showcase that right now because I'm using my phone to record and I don't want to connect to Bluetooth. But the main function of this phone, the plan from the start, was to get a bunch of songs and be able to dial them and then play them on the phone. So if I pick something here, like if I pick, say this Christmas song, if I do 1, 2, 2, 5, 4, 7, 5, 4, 7. If I dial this, it'll play on the phone just like if you were to dial a number and call up some person.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light.
I'm really happy with how loud the audio turned out. It's pretty clear too, so I was really happy with that. Occasionally the dial will malfunction a little bit. Sometimes like one number won't dial correctly. I did a lot to try to debug it and do as much as I could, but occasionally you'll have a few mistakes, and I think it's fine. About like 95% of the time it works just fine. But that's the audio, yeah. And if I back up, you can hear it pretty clearly. That's the soldering station. I did a bunch of like work with chips and wiring. But yeah, that's just been here. But yeah, the audio works really well. If I hang this up, that's about it. Again, there's a bunch more songs here. A lot of fun. But I bought this phone maybe a month and a half ago, and the one thing that was the most interesting to me was this little number here of the original phone. I think it was just kind of nice. just kind of a little piece of history, you know, kind of look back and just know somebody once owned this phone. It was once a piece of their household, and now I'm tearing it apart and replacing its insides. But just to pay a little bit of homage, a little bit of respect to the original number, I've added one more feature. So if I dial the number at the front, 721 8070. This is my project.